Welcome to another episode of Galaxy Gardens. It is very windy today and we have to pick our peppers, but let's go check out some other stuff first and I'll meet you right back here. Oh, Miss Girl did not like being in a cage overnight. Look at her. She's like, I gotta primp and preen and get out of here. Unscathed. It's a miracle. She's scared of everything. What do you think? Now you're just gonna clean up? That's fine. Just follow me, girl. We have the chicken infirmary here. Just gave the girls some fresh bandages and they're both eating, which is fantastic. You can't see in there very well. Let's see. Bertha's in there having a snack. And Miss Girl Mohawk is harassing her. But they're eating and drinking water, which is great. Mohawk, what are we gonna do with you? Good. Very glad they're eating. What are you doing? In other non-chicken news, that is our harvest from the Baltic rose bed. That's amazing. It's exactly 5 gallons. So altogether, we bought, I think, 20 pounds of potatoes to start with, and I don't have a scale that's big enough for these, but we've collected about 8.5 to 9 gallons, I believe. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I got these potatoes sorted. So we got our big ones. These ones are like sort of small, but not really. And then our small ones. So we really want to do a lot of fries. I honestly don't know what to do with these. I think I might can them. We are almost out of room as far as canning goes. But we got this new freezer, so we can definitely fit some more potatoes in there. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's go check out some other stuff though. We also, excuse me, we also got a standing freezer to fit all our goodies in. Feels good. So we got potatoes, vegetables, and fruit up top, vegetables and soups, there's stocks, and we gotta go restock on meat, but it's pretty tight. I got a mushroom update for you. We have some more shiitakes coming in. I saw some pins coming on another log, so that's pretty cool. But let's go check out some oysters. Check out those babies, just coming right through that crack. That looks awesome. And there's some more that'll come, but there's some competition. We have a lot of this kind of thing coming in. It's kind of like a turkey tail, but it's not the right color, so I'm not really sure what it is. But our mushroom logs are doing great. And it's that time of year, well, we should get much more before the winter. We're a few days since we last checked in with the chickens. We're noticed some signs of cocoliosis or something. I forgot how you say that. And the new chickens. So we got some Corid to treat them. We're on day 3 of it, and we're noticing no more bloody droppings, which is great. So it's working. And then these ladies, these ones are vaccinated, but we're giving it to them anyways because it's been a few years. They're actually growing all of their feathers back, and we have pin feathers in all the spots that are missing. So that's pretty amazing because it's been about a week and a half since the attack happened. So they're healing up pretty well, and they're feisty and they want to free range in the yard, but I won't want them right now. Yeah, I hear you, Bertha. Now that we're in fall, our trees' leaves are changing colors, and we've had a storm come through, and now it's windy, so it's actually knocking a lot of the leaves off the trees, and our nights are getting down into the 40s. So today is going to be our cooler day. It's actually going to go up to 75 later this week, but it's time to take the peppers out. So honestly, there's not that much to grab, but I'll show you what we got. They do look very good, so definitely good Serrano year. We had Chipotelton come in, that's these ones, and they turn orange when they're ripe. We also have some lemon drops, and our nasturtiums did very well. They're still flowering. But there's not much else going on in here. A couple things in this bed we can pull out. So it's time to do it. And as we continue, we really just gotta close up shop for winter soon. Our radishes are still going. There's some leeks. Forgot to harvest this fennel, so that's that one's gone to flower. You can see here. Looks very pretty though. So we're just gonna go start pulling everything out. I have my scissors with me, but we're pretty much just gonna pull all these and then cut the plant down. And I've just been freezing our peppers. So we're gonna go through this bed, pull everything out, and see what we get. And hopefully we have enough to actually make hot sauce, because maybe a quarter gallon in our freezer right now. Yeah, we got a bit to go through, that's for sure. As we go through, I'm just cutting one branch at a time. You can see just a few peppers on each. So I already got through about half this bed, and there's not that much of anything, so we'll just keep making our way along. I think what I'm gonna do, because we have quite a stockpile of nasturtium flowers, is just pull our nasturtium plants, and I'll just give them to the chickens. They can eat it, and I'm sure they'll be happy about it too. But it's shaping up to have been an okay growing year, despite all of our weather issues. All right, that's that whole bed cleared. There's our pile of peppers for compost. Here's what we actually got. Not too much. That would probably fill up a quart. So not ideal, but we do have a nice big pile of nasturtiums for the chickens. So the other bed's not gonna take too long. This wind has my hair going all over the place, but anyways, here's our 2023 pepper harvest. Not good. Last year, God, I think we filled up almost our full wicker basket that I have inside, which is probably six quarts? No. I could probably fit like 3 gallons of food in there, I think. Yeah,
not a good year for peppers. So our one bed, everything was stunted. The nutrients in there just were like not good. This other bed did okay, but we just got way too much rain. So we're gonna do what we can with what we got. And fortunately, we have some more rain on the way, so our radishes are doing awesome. Now all we have to do is take out our tobacco and cardoon and our sorghum whenever it's ready. And it's off camera, so I'll give you a view of that in just a second. There's our sorghum patch. It's looking really good. A lot of them are still in the milk stage, but they are coming in. The stalks, the sorghum stalks are thicker than the ones we had last year, so I'm gonna try to get the juice out of them when they're done. But that's going to be a whole other process. If it's too complicated, I'll just get the grains and we'll leave it at that. But they're coming in pretty good. And they're not being stolen by the birds yet, so that's why I know they're not ready just yet. I wanted to give you a close-up of the radishes. They're doing well. Carrots. Oh, look at that. Nice big daikon under there. Gonna let them get a little bit bigger. And we'll start taking them out. But these ones here are supposed to get much bigger. I picked a couple immature ones you probably saw on our Instagram. They were delicious, but the rest of these are starting to thicken up, starting the process of thickening up, so we'll see how big we can get them. This time of year, I'm not really worried about them going to flower. Usually happens when it gets too hot out. So, feeling pretty good. Yes, some of them getting their leaves eaten, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll make do. What do you think, ladies? Girl, I know. I was just throwing things in compost and I forgot to grab this pumpkin vine, so look at it. It's like really long. Look at that. So I'm got about 20 feet away from the end. It's really not going to do anything for the end of the year. Of course, I guess, right at the end of the year, starts making a pumpkin. Where was that like 2 months ago, dude? Now you're dead. Oh well. I saved our pumpkin seeds from our one pumpkin that we harvested, which is that. Oh, actually, no, that's a different one. I don't know what I did with the skin from the other one. So, that's gonna be our pumpkin for next year. You know, we got that all set. Those ladies are eating some nasturtiums, and I have an extra one, so I'll give it to Bertha and Meatball. Looking good. That's a very nice group of chickens. The new chickens are pretty cool. They're still getting used to us. They were raised in a chicken tractor, so I don't know how much human contact they actually got. They're pretty chill. They don't like fight us or anything, but they're still a little skittish. But they're definitely very nice chickens, and they're curious, so slowly but surely they're getting used to us. Moving on, here's our cardoon. It's doing awesome. We have a bunch of bunching onions in there we gotta take out. I actually just ordered some Egyptian walking onions, so I'm hoping that comes in the next week or so, but this week we're planting garlic and our potato onions. And then I'm a little bit behind on the tobacco, as you can see. It needs to come out. You can see some of the very bottom leaves are past prime, I guess you could say. All right, I saved a bunch of seeds, so I really don't need any of this. This is a, let's see if I can get that better in focus. There we go. This is a petite Canadian variety. So I can take all this off. And it smells really, really good. It's definitely more manageable than your traditional, like, huge tobacco plants. So I'm definitely excited to make some cigars with this. Almost forgot. So, right, this is where our old one was. Before we moved them over, I threw a cabbage in here that the girls eat the leaves from. And it got buried in some soil and it rooted itself, and now it's trying to grow more cabbages. And I thought that was really cool. Now, I say it's a cabbage. I don't actually remember. It could also be cauliflower. But it's doing pretty good over here. It's pretty happy. We're gonna put a greenhouse here next year. So we'll see how that does. And then let's just have to wrap our trees. Finish putting up our support trellises for our blackberries. You can see we got a couple vines ready to go for next year on each of these, which is good. So I just gotta clear this out. So we're still getting raspberries too, which is awesome. I picked a quart of raspberries yesterday, which is super sweet. So yeah, it's going pretty good. Nice fall view. I got another thing on the docket, actually. I completely forgot about this. I have to take these corn stalks out. They gotta go. I'm not doing that today. We'll do it next time. And once it's cleared out, we're gonna put mulch all around here. We still might grow over here, but we just want to get a base of mulch to kill some of this grass, and we have some cardboard to put under it too. So hopefully that goes well. I'm back in the main garden, and I just wanted to show you. We have some more random radishes coming in. This is our other bed. There's some beets in here. I don't remember what kind. I was just looking at them. There's a really big one in here. I don't know if I can find it. Let's see. But to give you an idea, oh, there's one. I think that's a cylinder beet, or it's a purple turnip. I don't remember. I live in New England. I'm in Massachusetts. Going 6 feet in Western Mass. Planted in the first week of August. They do great. Before we finish up for today, I want to show you back here. So we had coyotes get in, and they killed 7 of our chickens. So we got some new ones. Now you can see this area back here is goldenrod and tall grass. And the grass doesn't look as tall because we got some rain, but it's tall grass. And I don't know if you can see, even now, the tracks in there. So I don't know how easy it is to see them. So there's one. There's another one. We were following these the other week. We found poor Clyde here, R.I.P. We also found quite a few other piles of feathers throughout the yard. So I think what happened was, so I came out and the door was open. So I think what happened was they pulled the door open and the chickens scattered, and then it was just like a massacre. It's such a mess. So we did some tracking, trust me. And they actually came back the other night. I could hear them. And coyotes can make themselves sound like there's more than there are. So there's between 2 and 5, from what I could tell. You can see poor, still got some feathers. That's awful. So we buried Clyde. That's the only body we found. Or carcass rather. And then we found a rib cage in the woods, and I don't know what this is. This is new. They call it like a seal or something. I don't know. We got hawks over here. That's not from 2 weeks ago. That's more recent. But yeah, we even had some tracks going through here. You can see right through there. Just barreled through. Also went under that way and that way. So yeah, be careful. Definitely not ideal. It's the reality of living in the woods. We're close to a city, but we're also close to the woods. And this time of year we get a lot of creatures that pass through. We definitely don't live here year round. But we figured out what was wrong with the door, we fixed it. The actual hinge was not lined. So the door just got pulled open. So we fixed it. We actually got a hot wire we have to install. But even as they came through the other day, they didn't try getting in, they couldn't get in. So the new chickens are doing well. But man, it's not a sight you want to wake up to on a Sunday morning. That's for sure. And also the wasted time from raising our pullets. And we only had one left, it's Mohawk. I think Puffball would have been a gorgeous rooster too. So yeah, these things happen, it's life. And I was actually surprised. We found more chickens within 20 minutes of looking and brought them home same day. It's wild. And they're doing well. Everybody's doing really well. I had to go back to the garage. It's so windy outside and I'm getting over a cold. But I appreciate y'all sticking in with us. We did big renovation in our house and it took forever. It really did. We did one room and just the process of getting everything out of there and putting it back is what's been taking time. Actually getting everything done, we got that done pretty quick, I'd say. But we're just now finished putting everything back on top of keeping our ongoing harvest going. And as far as home renovations go, we like to keep this content more garden oriented, so it's not like we recorded that whole process for you. We're not renovators. We did what we can, but we also, hired in some help. And, I wish we were, but we're just very busy. We both work full time. And everything going out here is definitely more important to us. But we got all of our herbs in. We have a bunch of thyme, rosemary, basil. There's some cilantro I'm just leaving outside to grow. I actually need to go grab some. What else? There's some oregano I need to bring in. We are stocked for oregano forever, but I planted more oregano and hopefully, it overwinters because I'd like to start making oregano oil because that's good for you, especially during flu season. What else? All the tomatoes are in the freezer. I was thinking of making ketchup with them, but we only have about 1.5 gallons of red tomatoes. And the rest are Brad's Atomic Grape or green tomatoes, and I don't really want to make a green ketchup, just personal preference. I think it'll come out brown. That actually, you know what? That would actually be pretty good for barbecue sauce. So, put that away in my mental vault. What else? Potatoes are all done. Sweet potatoes are all done. Sweet potatoes I baked the other day and scooped them out and just made a mash up in the freezer. I think I probably should have rinsed them before I put them to cure, because where the soil was on the outside, I don't know if there was some little bugs or worms or whatever, but the whole outside of the sweet potatoes looked terrible. But the skin was actually very thin, and when I cut into it, the flesh was totally fine. So it was all cosmetic. But that's okay. Now I have a bunch of sweet potato in the freezer. I'll have to look up what kind I got, but whatever it was had such a high sugar content. Like, it tasted like you already like mixed it with like brown sugar and stuff. So I'm excited to use that in the future, either as a side or maybe make sweet potato pie. And what else are we doing? I'm trying to think. That's pretty much it. I just cleaned up all of our stockpile of like seeds that were drying, flowers that were drying. There's like a couple nasturtiums I grabbed today. Well, we have about a quart of dried nasturtiums, which is a lot of nasturtiums. Last year I made an infused vinegar, which was delicious. I still have some left over, but I think I'm gonna keep some for tea this time around. So that'll be good. And then now it's almost time for seed purchasing season again. And I'm really excited for that. So that's the down low on what's going on. We're just devastated with the loss of our chickens. I mean, Wally and Clyde we've had for 3 years. And all the pullets, you know, we were really looking forward to having them for a while and getting their eggs, but we live near the woods. We get things that come through. We do our best. And I wonder what would have happened if the Coyotes had come by with our old chicken run, because that thing withstood a black bear breaking in. Now, granted, it was a juvenile, but the thing was probably, you know, at least 200 pounds. Like, there's no way. And that couldn't break in. But, you know, I wonder if Coyotes would have just pulled it open anyways. I don't know. There's no way to know. But, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So that's all I got for you today. Next time, we'll have some more cooking videos. We have a bunch of beans, so I want to start using them. We have to now. It's been a year since our last tomato harvest. I have a bunch of canned tomatoes left over from last year, which is good because we didn't get as many this year, but we gotta use them. Keeping it for a year, great, that's fine with me. If we were to approach like 2 years having them, I'm sure they're fine. I'm just not comfortable with it, so we gotta use it. We gotta make some stuff. We have a bunch of soups in the freezer. Like I said, we upgraded our freezer and it looks amazing. So we'll be cooking some more things pretty soon. We also, our canned meats from the winter, we gotta use up. I did use one. It made a pretty good soup. I used the canned stew meat, I think. Or did I use it for meat sauce? I don't remember. But yeah, definitely more cooking videos on the way. If you're looking to plant your garlic this time of year, a lot of people in our similar temperate zone have been putting them in since the beginning of October. That way your roots can grow down just a little bit and get them situated before the big freeze comes. And then they have a jumping off point for spring. So we're a little bit behind there, but last year we planted our garlic on Thanksgiving. So we're gonna do it this week. This is 22nd, October 22nd, I think. So that's all right. We're doing better than we did last year. But we'll see you next time. I hope you stay well. Thank you for being here. And I hope your fall is going well. Bye.